So welcome to the channel. In this video, we are going to be looking at animation and just a simple way we can animate views in SwiftUI. So yeah, welcome to what is the 5th video in this whole DIY tutorial series. So if you've been following along with all these videos, thank you very much. And please do let me know below how you're getting on with them. If you're finding them useful, if they're helping you develop your programming skills, that would be great to hear. It'd be interesting to get some feedback on how you feel about this whole series. If you're popping by literally for the first time, or if you're literally just here for the animation bit, welcome. Please do have a look at the other videos that are in this playlist and on the channel, and just check us out, really. If you want to subscribe, liking the video as well, that's all really great. We've got more content on the way. Plus, it really does help out the channel. So really do appreciate it if you can take the time to do that. Coming up then, we're going to be looking now at animation. So we're going to look at how to animate individual views. I'm going to use implicit animation and just one simple format of how to do that. So hopefully you'll find that you'll be able to springboard off of that and to do other animations, other ways of styling it and everything. So this will give you the nice framework of how to do it. Also, if you have seen the previous videos, you will know that in the last one I promised that I'm going to add the camera coming up and how to work a camera into an app. I've decided not to do that in the DIY series because there's a lot to it, and I've had a lot of different things going on, so time has been limited, and I'm trying to simplify it as best as possible. I'm going to put that into an individual tutorial on its own, not associated with this whole DIY series. So that is coming, but I'm just working on trying to make it simple and easy to follow along. So do stay subscribed or subscribe to come back when that drops, which will be in the next couple of weeks. So yes, come back for that. Hopefully you'll find that beneficial because yeah, cameras are cool to have in apps if you need a camera in an app. So check that out. Before we get into our animation, if I could just use the usual YouTube spiel that YouTubers say in every video over and over and over again. But yes, please do like and subscribe. Please comment below. And now we've said all of that, let's get into the video. Let's get into Xcode and let's get some animation going. Right, so welcome back to the desktop where we're looking at the app that we've been making in the previous 4 videos now. So this is my stuff, and going into that we get our array of of cups that we've made so far, or whatever you've made from the previous tutorials. Now when we click on this, the view that you would have seen in the last video is still there, but it's going to animate into view. So there we go. We've just animated each individual element just to make it try and make it look cooler, really. So I'll let you be the judge of if you think it is cool or not. To be fair, it could have been a lot better, but it will simplify the way of how animation is done, which is what we're going to have a look at. So each one, it all animates in. Very lovely. Right. We're going to now look at how we can do this ourselves. We're going to use this Pokemon view thing that I was doing last time, and I made the code a bit bigger so you can see it. Now what we want to do is, in looking at this, we're going to try and animate the view, and there's a little thought process that we have to go through with how to do this and how to make this work. So the key word that we want to look at is implicit animation, which is what we're going to look at. And implicit means that we tell it to animate. And animation at the moment can't happen because this view is just sitting here. There's nothing happening, it's just on the screen, okay? So what we need to do is we need to now find out what we want to change, which will end up being the animation, okay? Because we'll give a change from something to something else, and the animation is added in SwiftUI to then transition between the two, okay? So it could be the scale, it could be its position, it could be if it's opaque or not, things like that, color, shape, size, all of that. So what we're going to do is we're going to add a change, okay, to our picture. So the image at the top here, we're going to add a new modifier where we're going to change its opacity. Now the opacity is going to be 0, okay, so it's not going to be there, which is a change, but again, we're missing something here because we're not getting the view back. So what we want to do now is we want to create some sort of system which tells our code when to transition between 0 and 1 of our opacity, okay? And the simple way that we're going to do it in this example is simply when the view appears. Okay, so we're going to make an @state property so we can wrap this. That's better. We'll make it private as we should. It's a good convention. So, so we're going to call this isViewShowing. Okay, and it's going to be a Boolean because we just want a simple data type. Okay, I shouldn't have said equal. I should have done that because that's how it works. So our error's gone. Xcode has finished shouting at us, and now we've got our Boolean. Now what we're going to do now is going to add a new modifier onto our view, which is going to be our switch to change when this is showing and when it's not. Okay, so what I probably will do now that I'm thinking about it, we're gonna change that to false. Okay, because our view isn't showing yet. Okay, but what we will do on here, little coding tip by the way, at the end of your brackets, double click on them and it shows you which curly brace brackets are for what view. Make a little comment on the back of each one so you can see what you're looking at, because when you get about 10 of these lined up, it just gets confusing. So there you go. Came to learn something else as well. So on this, we're going to be looking on appear. Okay, so when our view appears, we want something to happen, which within our curly braces, we're going to pay attention to is the view showing. So we're going to say is view showing is going to equal true. Whoops, and let's make a space. Okay, so now we've got our switch. Now we need to make that switch work for each of our changes, okay, and apply that. So for example, like with anything else, the appliance is off, now the appliance is on. The switch has changed something about the property of whatever you're turning on and off. We need to do the same here. So with opacity, the way we're going to do this is we're going to actually call attention to is the view showing, and then we're going to use a ternary to say if it is false or true. We're going to have one opacity, which is you can see it, or no, we're not going to see it. And if everything goes according to plan, I think I've done that the wrong way around, haven't I? Sorry. So now, if we then turn this to, oh no, sorry. This is what I did wrong. There we go. Of course it would be showing. Silly me. There we go. Right. So there's our opacity. So at the moment, the view is showing. It's true. So we get our 1 value, which means we can see the view. Okay, it's opaque. Because it's false, if we comment out of this, you'll see that it's still false. It disappears. It's on 0. Okay, so there's a ternary operator there, which is, handy to know. But now what we're going to do is we're going to add an animation. And with SwiftUI, it's simple to add animations. Just do a full stop, and we're going to add animation. And now this animation is going to specifically apply to this property, okay, that's been changed, this value, which is what we will, so it's simply just the opacity, okay. What kind of animation do we want? Well, if you press stop, you've got all sorts. Now play around with these and see which one you like the effect of, basically. We're going to do ease out because that's the one I like. And then we're going to turn attention to the value of it. We're going to turn the attention to is the view showing, okay? Because that's the one we're pointing to. Now, I don't know if you noticed there, but that just changed. Okay, so if I do that and cause an error, now I'm going to bring it back again. You noticed. There you go. Now, we can also add extra things to this ease out. Okay, there are extra values to help us. For example, duration, which is a great one. So let's make it a second long. You notice how that took a little bit longer to reload there? Because we've added that. We can also add a delay onto the duration, okay? Lots and lots of modifiers, I know. It takes a little bit. One of the big things that you can do is literally just press the full stop after something and it will give you the whole list and just have a little look through them, because I realise that it almost seems like we're picking modifiers out of thin air, but they're all there, okay? As this is a double, I'm going to do half a second as a delay. So you have a half a second delay, then our animation takes a second. The animation is an ease out animation, and that animation, ease out animation, with the delay and the duration, is now attached to our opacity. Okay, and there we go. We've just had an animation added to the opacity. Now these all can be stacked as well. So for example, we are also, to get a similar effect that we had in that other screen, we're going to do an offset, okay? And same again, we're going to now use a ternary operator to focus if the view is showing and use that as our switch to have it, well, modified basically. So we're going to say 50 or 0. And we're going to apply this to, which I should have done to the beginning, the x-axis. And there we go. So there we have it. Now, ideally, we really want this the other way around. And then you should notice, if we add an animation, and we're going to do an ease out again, we're going to do a duration as well, just to make it so it's even more visible, just sort of fades in. And we're going to do a delay as well. We'll do the delay as the same, so it happens all at the same time. And our value again is pointing back to is the view showing. What do we get? We get it slide in from the side because it's the X. So X is across the screen. Y, if I change that, you'll see it's the height of the screen. And there we go. That's everything we want. And now this again, we can stack these on more. You could do rotation, you could do scale, you could do all sorts of things with this and basically modify, stack these animations on top of each other, changing all these settings until you get something right. And when you do this, it will then obviously create a seamless, almost going down the view. So what we could do now is, just to emphasize the point, let's put it on the text underneath. I'm just copying and pasting exactly the same thing. However, I'm going to change the delay to, let's change it to 0.8, so it's just after. And you should notice that it will do that. Create an error, put a Mac, and there you go. See, it's coming up and following. Obviously, you could change any of these. I could actually change that to X, so it comes in from this side, which makes it a little bit more interesting. So there we have it. And then we can work on other ones as well. By the way, this is apple juice. If you thought this was anything else, I need you to comment below what you thought it was. And you have to subscribe as well. So you know, every time you see a subscription to this channel, you know why you subscribed. Whatever was going on in your head. Lovely apple juice. So there we have an animation to our view. And then when we stack those up, as you can see, we just literally copy them down, add in an extra delay. You end up getting this effect here. We've animated each individual section. Now, this produces a great result, and that's all because of SwiftUI just helping you create great animations. To play around with these and see what results you can get on your view. Obviously, I've just done it on this small view, but you could do it on all sorts of things, and hopefully you're going to get great results. So I really do hope that that was easy enough to follow. I hope that that was something that will help you get to grips with animation and what you can do, the capabilities within SwiftUI. So give it a look. There's a few other ways to do it, but this is just a simple way to introduce you to it and will work in nearly all UIs really. So give it a little look, play around with it, and see what results you get. So there we have animation in SwiftUI. I really hope that was simple enough, like I said before, that it was easy enough to follow. Any questions or anything like that, please feel free to hit me up on my Instagram, or also comment below and say anything else that you think they missed, or any other styles of animation that you would like tutorialed and displayed for you. We can give it a go, and we'll put a little short video up of that sort of animation as well. So again, thank you for watching. Please do subscribe, like, comment below, all of the usual YouTube stuff, because we've got more content coming your way. Like I said, I'm working on that camera one, so that will be coming up. Hopefully that's going to be a standalone tutorial because there's quite a lot involved. So hopefully that will be beneficial for you, along with other stuff that's coming out. So yeah, please do come back and see the channel again. But thank you, take care, and we'll see you again soon.